Blacksmithing has always been magical to people. You've heard of Excalibur, right? It was drawn from the stone. They drew it out of a meteorite, the Merlins. The Merlins were the magicians, the blacksmiths, and they drew the sword out of a stone. It made a superior sword because it had other metals like nickel and things like that mixed in there, and it made it a better, stronger sword. I started a little over 30 years ago as a farrier. And first day of farrier school, we forged, and I liked it ever since. I saw a long time ago it was going to take me all around the world. When I was working at the Mission San Juan Capistrano, there's over 1 million people come through those gates every year, and they're from all over the world, all ages. And people like seeing this, and a lot of people wanted to do it. And so I knew it was time for me to get out and about and start sharing it a little bit more. And I knew the Forge Council people, and I called them up, and they let us stay at the Agricultural Museum there in Jackson. They asked if we would be willing to live and work there, and hopefully that will work out where I can, live and actually work at the Ag Center and bring people from the world there instead of this place right here is just me and my shop. I cannot do big classes. It's mostly private classes. We have sometimes 2 people, but generally 1. But it has attracted people from all over the world to come and learn this, and it's getting busier all the time. Most of the blacksmithing going on today with the smaller stuff is done by people that do it for enjoyment, a hobby. Like Kanan over here, his computer went out one day with an electrical store, and he was wondering what to do, if anything like that happened. He started forging, been forging ever since.
I'm Kanan Bomber, and I'm from Austin, Texas. I've always been interested in medieval things, swords, knives, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what got me immediately interested in metal. I've always wanted to do some sort of metal work. So I just researched it some more and found blacksmithing, and told my mom, hey, I want to build a forge in the backyard, and she let me, so that's kind of how I got started. I started off wanting to do bladesmithing exclusively, but as I've kind of developed, I kind of like doing tools. I saw Brian first at a local forge group in Texas. He did the big event for the year. They always have an annual event. And I saw what he was doing. I'd wanted to make a hammer and had been trying to track down someone who was doing that, but didn't really find anyone in my area. So seeing Brian actually doing something like that, I was immediately interested. That's where I learned of him, and then I wanted to take a class since. Brian does things in a different way than most people nowadays. I mean, he's taken time over, how long he's been doing this to just see what works, and that's exactly what he does. He always says, it's not my opinion, it's fact, and that's what it is. You just see it for yourself. And it makes sense. You'll never really find the end no matter how much time you spend at it, so it's always a challenge, and that's an interest for me.
This is a lot simpler than it's made out to be. And I mean, if you ever get a piece of hot steel, take it out of the forge, start hitting it around, you can make something, and you get better every time you do it. People talk about the basics of forging, I think of it more as elementary processes. When you touch a piece of metal, it does what that hammer and that anvil do to it. All you gotta do is take notice of that. There's a big misconception in the world that, this is like a lost art, but forging never did go away. One of the last events I went to in Europe, there was over 30 nations, coming together to share the art of blacksmithing. There's probably more people now than ever in the history of man that are involved in blacksmithing. It never was lost, it never died, and it never will. I'm Brazeal, and I'm a blacksmith.